Hey, Ron, while we've got a second here and the Leopards come to the sidelines, go ahead and, if you will, let us know who tonight's isolated player of the game is.
You know, with the improvement of our special teams, and special teams is going to get more and more important as we progress, and this is a very important ball game. We're going to go with Jesus Torres tonight. He did an outstanding job last week of kicking the ball, the high kick, where the coaches wanted the ball to go. And he's so deadly inside once we get to the 20, 25-yard line. And he gets within that 30, 35-yard range on his field goals. He's hitting his money. And I think last Friday night he missed probably, if not his first, only his second PAT all year. And that was just a terrible snap that Golden couldn't get the ball down, and he got the ball off, but it really didn't have much of a chance. So we're going to go with number 23, Jesus Torres, the senior kicker, and we'll just call him Bigfoot because he is really, really doing a great job for these Leopards.
That's a guy that the Leopards are so happy to have back. Not only just his physical skills, but the attitude he brings to the field.
Great kid.
And Ron, got a question for you. What time is it?
It is showtime.
The kick is away. Torres' kick going to be fielded at the 16-yard line, across the 20, and tackle made at the 25.
Well, I tell you what, we picked the right guy. Torres puts the ball down on what, Mike? About the 16-yard line. High kick. If you're going to count, it's almost like a punt with the hang time. The Eagle didn't have any place to go, and he was going from his left to his right. Picked up, looks like about, 6, 7, 8 yards, 9 yards, 7 yards, 8, 9 yards. Anyway, Leopards have got him pinned back, and we'll call it pinned back at the 25 because most of the time with these shorter kicks and everything, we've seen the ball out around the 30, 35, 40. So great position for the Leopards to be in defensively to start this off.
Riley Perkins, the quarterback for Arkansas Baptist, works out a shotgun. 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Now sends a man in motion to the far side. Fakes the give. Under pressure. On the outside, he's going to be dropped in the backfield.
Wow, you talk about coming gambling early. Scarborough may not, maybe Freer did that, but coming off the corner there, Kendrick Dickens comes off of that Kedrick Dickens, I'll get it in a minute, a little excited, comes off of that corner blitz and really comes with an attitude and does a good job. And not only that, it cost him about 8 yards.
Ball is spotted just inside the 12-yard line. Riley Perkins, again, the quarterback, works out a shotgun. 4 wideouts, looks to his left, throws underneath, pass incomplete. He was looking for Robert Paul Upshaw and can't quite hit him.
Yeah, on that first play, number 24, Austin Sherman, this big 6'3", 200-pound senior, is who he was wanting to go to. He had him on a swing pass out through there, but just couldn't get it off, and had a lot of pressure on him that time too, Mike.
Perkins again works out a shotgun, 2 wideouts to either side. Takes a snap under pressure quickly, passes away. It is complete. It's going to be well shy of the first down. It'll be spotted at about the 26-yard line. It'll bring up 4th and 9 for Arkansas Baptist.
Well, Malvern showed, if anybody's here scouting, Malvern shows what they're going to do. The deepest man they had then was 3 yards off the line of scrimmage. They got their safeties crowded up. They've got their corners on them, and they're going to bust up man, and say, okay, try to outrun me, get behind me, which has been pretty rough to do.
Good snap. The kick is away. Nice punt. We're going to be fielded back at the 37 of Malvern. And Kalen Burks on the return over midfield. Breaks the tackle. He's at the 40-yard line, and he's going to break this one wide open. He's at the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Malvern.
Now, that's a great run by Burks. You talk about somebody, the senior Burks.
They're going to call him out of bounds at the 1. When you hit the pylon.
When you hit the pylon, you're good. Anyway. Wow. Anyway, Burks, Wednesday night at 6 o'clock, you can start your evening off by watching this punt return back. Burks does an outstanding job, Mike, of knowing where his blockings are, knowing where his lanes are, and he gets onto the sideline here and turns on the afterburner and
broke a couple of times. Looks like he was hemmed in a couple of times.
Yeah, he was waiting for Jared Walker to help him block down there, and I don't know what happened, but anyway, they gave it to him on the 1 foot line, and gosh. Anyway, here we go.
Collie in at quarterback. Has Hernandez set up to his right. Takes a snap. And Collie goes in on the keeper for the touchdown, and the Leopards lead 6-0 with 10:43 to go here in the first quarter.
How about those special teams? I know it's been a really point of emphasis for the Leopards since the ball games, the season started. And you've just seen improvement every week. And here we go with our star player with the PAT.
Kick is away. It is good.
Yeah, he knocked it clear back into the windows at Bill Hunt Fieldhouse.
And so the Leopards lead 7-0, 10:43 to go in the first quarter. You're listening to Malvern Leopard football.
For over 45 years, we've been serving great steaks at an unbeatable price at Western Sizzlin'. Western Sizzlin'. Grilled with our signature Gold Dust seasoning. Western Sizzlin'. Flame kissed to savory perfection. It's flame kissed sizzling hot. It's flame kissed sizzling hot. Carve in to a Western Sizzlin' steak today. It's flame kissed sizzling hot.
And we return. Again, we apologize. A little problem there on the commercials, and we'll get that problem fixed.
And Torres back, got his hand up, waiting on the referee to signal, drops his hand, and Torres knocks another one down. Looks like it's going to come down at about the 15-yard line. Fumble! Malvern's got the
Malvern covers it inside the 20.
Oh, no!
I'm going to say he was out of bounds.
No, he wasn't out of bounds. He took it, the Leopard took the ball and slid out of bounds.
Nonetheless, it was Arkansas Baptist football.
Yeah, the Eagles really dodged a bullet there because, once again, Torres puts a high kickoff, and it comes down at the 15-yard line. And the Eagle player just muffed it, went down between his head. There's a Leopard right there, rolled over on it. Sure, sure looked to me like, anyway, here we go. Handoff up the middle.
And a good run for Baptist on first down. Ron, if you'll take over a second
I
finish getting this guy set up.
Number 16, Thomas Lewis, took a direct handoff then from Riley Perkins. Looked like their left guard. Perkins back at quarterback, looking over the defense. Two wide out rights, splits both on each side. Ball look to the inside slant out there, pick up about 4 yards, and that was to number 2. That's Robert Paul Opshaw. That's going to be one of Perkins' main targets all night long. He's one of those possession receivers we talked about. Leopards in their normal 3-man front with the same crew of linebackers. That's Kidder and the one we really fell for last week, Henry Florence. Once again.
All right, Perkins back in shotgun. Twins either side again. This looks to be their base formation. Looks to his left, throws underneath. It is incomplete, almost picked off. Receiver fell, and Kedrick Dickens almost had a pick.
Kedrick had it, and it was one of those that just Perkins did a good job then of throwing the ball in there pretty low to where hopefully only his man could catch it, but Dickens stepped in front of it, just couldn't get his hands under the ball.
9:45 to go here in the first quarter. Leopards leading 7-0. 53-yard punt return from Kalen Burke set up a 1-yard touchdown run by the quarterback, Collie. And Arkansas Baptist back to the line of scrimmage. Perkins takes a snap, has pressure, lets it go over the middle, pass incomplete. Burke's on coverage.
Burke's on coverage, but I want to tell you what. They're going to turn our corners loose and our safeties loose. That time I thought it was coming out of that linebacker spot, senior Jared Walker, number 5, and I mean he had an open shot and actually got there just about a half a step late, pulled up a good job, no rushing the passer, and Big third down here.
Leopard showing blitz. Perkins drops straight back, avoids one man. Rolls to his right, throws underneath, pass complete, first down, and the Eagles are in Leopard territory down to the 48-yard line.
Well, those are things that you're going to have to expect. You know, you can't stop every play, but the Leopards had that one snuffed back in the backfield, and Perkins did a good job of escaping from an oncoming rush that just ducked under it.
Same formation, Perkins.
They want to run that hurry-up offense.
Now gives a signal to his offense. Takes a snap, drops straight back. Again, pressure quickly. Throws underneath, down to the 40-yard line of Malvern. And inside the 30 now is number 4, Ryan Fielder.
That's actually number 24. That's Austin Sherman, number 24. The 6'6". They got him 6'3", 200-pound wide receiver. He's their main go-to guy. And looks like the Eagles don't have any quit in them here. The Leopards need to get a stop here. Leading this one 7-0.
Ball at the 27 of Malvern. Give underneath. And decent run there again for Arkansas Baptist.
You're going to give up some of that when you're putting so much pressure and your linebackers and your defensive linemen are hitting the gaps, rushing the passer. It's pretty easy to leave a little seam there for a back to come through. So we expect them to run that a few times.
Gain of 4 on the play. It's 2nd and 6. Leopards bring pressure again. Perkins throws right side, pass incomplete. Was looking towards the far corner.
Burks was all over that one, and he is such a heads-up ball player. He stayed. He knew where the ball was, knew where the ball was going, and knew the receiver couldn't get to it. It was laid out there, you know, one of those that he could have got a pick on, but Kalen realized he couldn't get there, so he just kind of let it fall, you know.
Let it fall to
the ground because neither one of them are going to get there. And nonetheless, really good coverage by Burks.
3rd down and 6. Perkins drops straight back. A little bit of pressure from up the middle. Pass complete over the middle. And that is the Eagles going to get into the end zone. Again, number 24, Austin Sherman. And the Eagles have drawn within 1 of Malvern.
Did a good job there of running of course, the linebackers were coming in on pressure, running the safeties in the corner off, and then drug big old number 24, Austin Sherman, across the middle, hit him there at about the 10, 11-yard line, got past one Leopard and carried another one into the nonetheless, Leopard's got a wake-up call here. This is going to be a ball game.
Perkins in to kick the extra point. He is the kicker as well. He gets it away, and it is good. We've got a tie ball game. 8:27 to go in the first quarter. 7-7. You're listening to Malvern Leopard football.
Ideas drive business, and one thing a business owner doesn't want is a long, drawn-out loan process. In business, time is money, and at Malvern National Bank, we believe that making fast, local decisions cuts time and jumpstarts ventures. Every day, we lend money to companies that have good ideas and solid plans. The companies grow, and so does the local economy. So if you have an idea on how to build your business, come see us at Malvern National. Malvern National Bank. We're working hard to make your loan easy.
Back at Claude Mann Stadium, 7-7, Malvern and Arkansas Baptist tied up. Malvern took the early 7-0 lead. Looked like they had a turnover on the last kickoff. It was ruled that Arkansas Baptist retained possession. Onside kick. And will not go 10 yards.
Wow. Boy, there's a flag. Woo. I tell you what, all Baptist had to do on that one's let it go. And they would have had the 10. I mean, we're sitting there looking at the ball.
Didn't go the requisite 10 yards. Of course, Ron, we saw that last week, and it really didn't matter.
No, I was going to say they walked it up the 10 yards, and the Action Eagle grabbed it at their own 48. So the Leopards get really excellent field position. This is actually their first series, one-play series, the first time they touched the ball for a touchdown from College. So this is the first real series, offensive series, we'll see from the Leopards tonight.
Leopards with Colley working out a shotgun. Takes a snap, turns, gives Hernandez up the middle. Hernandez will get maybe a yard on the play. Not much there on his first run.
Well, yeah, it's the Leopards are going to try that right guard, left guard. They've had a lot of success with Hernandez and McCollum in there.
5 D-backs in for the Eagles. 4 wideouts for Malvern, 2 to each side as Colley takes a snap. It's slow. Swing past the near side, complete at midfield. 45-40, and that will be
really close to a first down. He's going to
get a terrible spot.
About a half a yard short came out there. We saw number 22, Matt Tidwell, the senior wideout, catch quite a few balls last week on that same swing play down at Ashdown, and
going to bring up 3rd down and a yard. I thought that was about a yard shy.
It's about a half
ended up.
It was about a half a yard shot.
Colley tries to draw the Eagles offsides. Doesn't work. He gets additional signals from the sidelines. Relays those to the rest of the offense and takes a snap. Give up the middle. Hernandez with the first down and more down to the 25 of Arkansas Baptist.
I think probably, I'm just guessing, Mike, I really think there's a soft spot in that between the tackles for the Eagles, and it's just a matter of our big offensive linemen putting some hats on some guys, and I expect Hernandez and McCollum to be able to move the ball some tonight.
3 down linemen, 1 man showing blitz off the near side corner. Arkansas Baptist nearly jumps off sides. Eagles showing blitz. Colley takes a snap, swing pass far side. Kalen Burks, 25-20. Burks breaks another tackle. Down inside the 10-yard line and run out of bounds. It'll be another first down for the Leopards.
I'm going to tell you something. If they're going to give Burks and give that out there, they're going to give that play to Tidwell and Burks. It's going to be a long night for the Eagles because both of those guys have been wide open out on that swing pass out there, and both of them are really good runners. Of course, Burke's the outstanding runner.
Ball on the far hash mark as Colley again works out a shotgun. There's 3 wideouts to his right, 1 to his left. As Hernandez set up to his right as well. 1st and goal for Malvern. Fake the give. That's Colley on the keeper. He's got his 2nd touchdown of the night. Leopards lead it 13-7.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's when we're talking about going between the tackles, left side, right side. They send Hernandez to the left, and everybody goes with him because that's what they're used to seeing on film. And we just haven't seen Colley. That's only about the 2nd time we've seen Colley take it up on the inside. We've seen him go outside, but he went right over the tackles. Our star player of the game, and we did not get a real good snap. And I want to tell you something. Torres just earned his star. He earned his keep for being the player of the game, and that puts the Leopards up 14-7.
You're listening to Malvern Leopard football. 6:36 to go in the first quarter. We'll be back in a moment.
Everybody wants to know, what is your favorite thing about Larry's Pizza in Malvern?
I don't know about you, but I like their fresh ingredients in their homemade pizzas.
Well, I like their all-you-can-eat buffets on Tuesday and Friday nights.
How many pepperonis are on one slice of pizza at Larry's?
About like 6 to 7.
Larry's Pizza in Malvern is open Tuesday through Sundays from 11 to 9 o'clock. Their buffets are on Tuesday and Friday nights at 5. We want the Malvern Leopards to have a successful football season.
Go Leopards!
Leopards set to kick off. Torres gets it away. It's going to be fielded at the 19-yard line. 25 up over the 30, and the tackle will be made at the 33.
Well, I'll tell you what, Torres is putting that ball within 4 or 5 yards. That's the 3rd time he's kicked it, and they've gone the same way. The difference that time was that the Eagle, instead of trying to go all the way across to going parallel, he did turn up at about the hash mark, and it was able to pick up a few yards. Other than that, the Leopards had been stretching that play out. Nonetheless, the Eagles start on their own, look like almost their 32, and I'm going to call it the 33. It was 32.5-yard line.
1st and 10 as Perkins sets up in shotgun. Takes a snap. Under pressure immediately, being chased in the backfield to be dropped inside the 20.
Wow. I believe that was Collier. Yeah, my gosh, I tell you what. Quincy's been kind of beat up, but I want to tell you, that junior defensive lineman, big kid, I mean, he's just very talented. He played well last week, too. He was in the backfield a lot, so looks like Quincy's going to keep on, take up from where he left off last week, puts the Eagles in a deep hole.
Ball spotted at the 20-yard line, 2nd and 23 for Perkins and the Eagles. And the Eagles ran out of time on the play clock. It'll be a delay of game.
Wow, you got to blame that. You got to blame that one on the coaching staff. And that just makes an even deeper hole for the Eagles to come out of.
I like the Leopards kind of moving around defensively too, maybe giving Perkins some different looks that he was trying to adjust for. And so now it'll be 2nd and 28 for the Eagles. Ball spotted now back just inside the 10-yard line. Excuse me, the 15-yard line. And Perkins takes a snap, looks over to his left side, pass complete around the 19, 30-yard line, and Bradford finally going to make the tackle for Malvern.
You're going to have to tackle that kid. You can't play that soft and get by with it. Because I'm telling you what, Austin Sherman is an athlete, and he turns up, picks up, I'm gonna guess what, about 18,
about 27 yards.
27 yards on a play that they scored on. They're running everybody off, and they're putting Sherman out there one-on-one, which we're playing one-on-one anyway, but there's a lot of cushion there, and they're going to measure this one.
A little over 5.5 minutes to go here in this first quarter. Malvern leading 14-7. Had the Eagles in a deep hole here, but they were able to turn 2nd and 28 into 3rd and 1. Well, we assume so. We'll wait as they get this one measured off.
It's close. It's going to be 3rd and inches. They're going to give it to them. 1st and 10. Big play for the Eagles.
Big conversion there.
Yeah.
2nd and a mile.
Yeah, the Leopards are going to have to do a little bit better job of tackling than they did on that series. But you get somebody down there 2nd and 28, and you hate to give up that big of a play. I know we were playing a little bit soft, but anyway, here we go. 1st and 10. The Eagles are still in their own territory at their own 43.
Perkins will be working out a shotgun. Ball on the near hash mark, spotted right at the 43-yard line. Perkins takes a snap, drops straight back. The Leopards bring pressure. Ball's away. It is incomplete, almost picked off.
Yeah, I tell you what, that could have been offensive interference there. Ross was with him. Ross was with him side by side, doing he was with him, does what he's supposed to do, turns around, looks for the ball. The problem was when he found the ball, it was hitting him in the chest. So Ross did everything right, just didn't pick up the ball quite quick enough, and or he'd had an interception. And nice coverage, though.
One of the coach's keys.
Lynn Ross, the senior. Go ahead.
That's one of the coach's keys is capitalizing on those opportunities.
Yeah.
5 wideouts now for the Eagles. Ball goes over Perkins' head. He's going to cover it back at the 30-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd down and 23.
That's dangerous. No, seriously, I believe the Leopards learned a lesson on that last one. I know Coach Keener and Coach Scarborough talking, and they're setting their defense.
Eagles facing 3rd down and 23. As Perkins again looks to the sidelines, takes a snap, throws far side underneath, pass complete to 35, tackle made immediately.
I tell you what, I guess Freer did a really good job then of setting these corners, knowing where everybody was, and didn't get much yardage. 4th down, big stop by the Leopards.
It will be 4th down, as Ron said, ball on the far hash mark, just outside the 35-yard line. And Perkins also handles the punting duties for Arkansas Baptist. Burks has already had one big return. They angle this one toward the sidelines, and it is going to be very good field position for the Leopards.
Well, it depends on where they say it went out. They're going to, uh-oh. Well, they keep walking back.
We'll wait and see.
Ryan Gent had a good spot on it. Yeah, I thought it went out about the 40, but they're going to call it the
41.
The 41. We're kind of guessing here. But the way the ball hits as far as it on that first bounce out of sight. Nonetheless, Leopards have really good field position again. Leading this one, 4 minutes left here in the first quarter, 14 to 7.
Golly working out a shotgun, 2 wideouts to either side, takes the snap, gives up the middle. Not much running room for the Leopards this time. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Wasn't much there on the left side that time. You just you keep probing in there, and you know Hernandez is going to break one through there. Leopards spread it out a little bit now.
3 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left for Colley. Again, the Leopards now make a slight shift. They move Hernandez over to Colley's right. And Colley rolls to his right, looking to throw. Pass is incomplete, tipped, and unfortunately for the Leopards, falls to the ground.
Yeah.
The Leopards were looking.
They're looking, trying to get it into Tidwell again, and Tidwell was pretty well covered. Colley did a good job. I mean, put enough on it that it was going to go to Tidwell, or anybody else going to have a tough time with it. Nonetheless, it's a big 3rd down here for the Leopards.
3rd down and 10. Again, now the Leopards set up with 2 wideouts to either side. 3:15 to go in the first. Leopards leading 14-7. Takes a snap, looks to his right, throws, incomplete. He was looking for Dickens underneath. Threw it a little bit low, and Kedrick couldn't come up with it.
Yeah, they had Dickens set up. Everything's moving to the right, and they had Dickens tried to slip him back in under everybody coming across from going to the left, and short-armed it, and the Leopards are forced with their first punt tonight.
Jay Golden on to punt for Malvern. Good snap. Kicks away. This one was not hit well. It does take a Malvern roll and will be downed at the 37-yard line of Arkansas Baptist.
Golden didn't really Jake didn't get his foot in that one, but had enough leg pressure leg power, I guess, to get it back into Eagle territory. They're going to spot it, what, Mike, about the 37? Yeah.
37-yard line. Eagles take over 1st and 10.
3:05 left here in the first quarter in a pretty fast-moving ball game so far.
Eagles come out in their base formation. 2 wideouts to either side. Give underneath. This time the Leopards are prepared, and no gain, or maybe a yard on the play. Less than a yard.
Florence I tell you what, he stuck his nose in there real quick, and Henry wasn't going to let anybody go anywhere.
Thomas Lewis on the carry for the Eagles. We'll call it 2nd and 10 as the Eagles come back to the line of scrimmage. Perkins feels the snap.
A lot of pressure.
Throws underneath, pass complete at the 42, and breaking tackles is once again Austin Sherman, and he gets well into the Leopard territory.
Sherman, probably for a guy his size, changes directions as good as any 6'2" guy I've seen. I mean, he was going hard to his right, stopped on a dime, and the Leopards overran him. Then he turned back to his left and ran up the middle for another 8 or 10 yards. Really, really deceptive runner.
Ball on the 36-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Perkins under pressure again, gets it away. Pass incomplete along the far sideline. On the coverage for Malvern was Elliott Costin. The Leopards are the Leopards are getting consistent pressure.
Oh, they've got
Perkins
pressure.
is doing a good job
Yeah,
of getting it away.
Yeah, the difference between Perkins and the Ashdown quarterback, Perkins hadn't got rattled yet. They rattled that Ashdown quarterback last week with all that pressure, and
Perkins takes the snap, looks to his left, throws incomplete, overshot his man.
because he knows he's going to get hit, and Matt Kidder, outside linebacker, senior number 44, just rolled him up, and about 3/4 of the time as Ryan Perkins is getting rid of the ball, he's either hit or rolled up, or a lot of pressure on him, and you just keep beating on him, Mike, and sooner or later it pays off.
Brings up 3rd down and 10 for the Eagles. Ball at the 36-yard line of Malvern. Perkins again with pressure. Chased out of the pocket, hit and gets away. Now the ball is loose. Ball loose, and there was a Leopard and an Eagle there. We'll wait and see
Leopard came up with it.
how they rule this. Waiting as the officials meet. This is well back into Eagle territory, back around the 43-yard line.
Kedrick Dick was there and ended up with the ball. I don't know how they can give it. I really, I don't know what the discussion's about. He wasn't down, the ball was live, and Dickens jumped on it. So I guess they're going to meet and talk it over.
It is Leopard football.
I'm assuming they wanted, they talked to all of them in order to make sure they made the right call. Nonetheless, it was pressure, Mike. It's that Freer's going to put pressure on him, and Coach Scarborough wants him to, and Freer's really got these kids the last couple of games really putting a lot of pressure on these quarterbacks.
1st down and 10 for Malvern. Ball at the 42-yard line of Arkansas Baptist. Now we've got a flag, like saying I'm going to guess they're going to say the Leopards moved. We'll wait and get the call from the official. Leopards start to back up. It is going to be an illegal procedure penalty against Malvern. False start, moves it back 5 yards, back to the 48-yard line. 2 minutes and 1 second to go here in the first quarter. And Ron jinxed us by saying it was a fast-moving first quarter, and it slowed immensely.
Immensely.
Leopards leading 14-7, looking to add to that lead. Eagles show blitz as Colley sets up. It's 2 wide outside their side. Hernandez set up to his right. He takes, fakes the give, swing pass. Far side to Burks. Burks picks up the penalty yardage plus some more. He'll get down to the 37-yard line.
Yeah, unless they make some adjustments on that. Trace has got that play out there all night long, and I tell you what, Coach Plumley, I believe he's going to do that. They're going to run that play till they stop it.
Brings up 2nd down and 5 for Malvern. Again, the ball on the far hash mark. Eagles showing blitz again. Give to Hernandez off the left tackle. He'll get up very near the 1st down marker. Looks like he'll be about a half yard shy.
Yeah, depends on what they. Yeah.
It's going to bring up 3rd and a yard, or less than a yard for the Leopards.
See what the Leopards dial up here. I'm guessing it's going to be over right tackle, left tackle. But I tell you what, with Coach Plumley, you never know what he's going to dial up.
Eagles stack the box now.
Yeah, that's what makes him so effective.
Give up the middle. And breaking tackles is Hernandez down inside the 25. He'll have the 1st down. They spot him at the 24-yard line.
Really good job over on that left side of the offensive line. They needed the seam. They got him the seam, and I tell you what, they really did a good job. I'll pick those numbers up here in a minute.
1st and 10 for the Leopards. We near the end of the first quarter. They have the ball at the 23-yard line. Likely be the last play of the first quarter. Swing pass, far side, that's Burks. Burks again with a good gain. He'll have the 1st down as he gets inside the 13-yard line.
Clock will stop at 18.1 seconds here with the moving of the chains. So the Leopards will get one more play off, and well, they're just letting them have that flat pass, aren't they, Mike?
Yeah, they're giving a lot of room to these wideouts, and that sets up perfectly for that swing pass to our speedy receivers. And the Leopards, I believe, Ron, are going to let the clock run out on the first quarter, leading this one 14-7 and threatening again. We'll be back with the start of the second quarter in a moment. You're listening to Malvern Leopard football.
It's about the people.
If you're looking for a great opportunity in the rear future, come to Sykes.
Join us at Sykes of Malvern, a career rooted in innovation and state-of-the-art technology, an employer that understands you're a person, an employer of real people that provides real solutions to clients and real solutions to its employees.
Our employees are the centerpiece of what we do for a living.
Working at Sykes is never boring. There's always a challenge, and there's something new every day.
The harder you work, the more money you make.
Sykes of Malvern, a real future.
For over 100 years, we've been here. We've been building, partnering, investing, and chasing dreams with you. Our heritage is one of sound advice and close relationships. We have been here through every season of life, and you can trust that we'll be here for 100 more. Come visit a while and see why at Farmers Bank and Trust, to us, your family.
Back at Claude Mann Stadium, Leopards come to the line of scrimmage, ball at the 12-yard line. Collie working out a shotgun. Has one back set up to his left, and that is McCollum. Now he moves over to the right side. Give to McCollum off left side now. Breaks a tackle at the 5. Touchdown, Malvern. McCollum goes in from 12 yards out and extends the Malvern lead now to 20-7.
I'm trying to pick up a player. We've got an offensive lineman out there with a number, looks either 45 or 46. And I don't know who he is, but I'm going to tell you the offensive line, starting with old Taylor Wyrick, the big junior at center. Then you got Britton Russell over on a tackle, and you got Llewellyn, number 73, a big old junior. And then you've got number 81, Jace Keeney, a sophomore. These kids are pups. And I want to tell you something, they are really, really doing a great job.
Leopards' extra point is good. Torres puts it through, and the Leopards now lead 21-7. 11:53 to go in the second. You're listening to Malvern Leopard football.
For over 45 years, we've been serving great steaks at an unbeatable price at Western Sizzlin'.
Western Sizzlin'.
Grilled with our signature Gold Dust seasoning.
Western Sizzlin'.
Flame kissed to savory perfection.
It's flame kissed sizzling hot. It's flame kissed sizzling hot.
Carve in to a Western Sizzlin' steak today.
It's flame kissed sizzling hot.
Torres gets the kick away after the touchdown by Malvern. Bounds at the 30-yard line. Leopards there.
Well, they called a fair catch, and everybody just got away from it.
Leopards have the football.
Wow.
Kedrick Dickens has it for the Leopards at the 30-yard line.
Gosh, I saw one of the up guys, I believe it was number 2 or 8, give a fair catch signal. Everybody kind of backed away, and all the Eagles just got away from it, and it comes down. It's a live ball, and the Leopards are all over it. Leopards have a chance here to add some more to this lead.
Here early in the second quarter, Collie working out a shotgun. Ball on the near hash mark. Has Hernandez in at running back. Swing pass, far side, pass complete, Tidwell. At the 15, brought down at the 13-yard line.
Make that to 23.
Or excuse me, the 23. I lost track of my numbers.
Yeah,
there.
I was picking up the offensive lineman, and the one we couldn't figure out is number 45, Brady Fight. Fight's playing out there in the tight end spot. So, I just want these people. These offensive linemen are really doing a good job for the Leopards. They're young.
Second down and 3 for Malvern. Ball at the 23. Hernandez sets up behind Colley. Swing pass again far side, and this time it goes incomplete. Looking for Tidwell again, and it will bring up 3rd down and 3 for the Leopards. Hernandez comes out for Malvern. Now McCollum in.
I'm just counted up here, and I've got 15 or 16 underclassmen playing on this team right now, and that's on both ways. Just really loaded. I mean, this could be a good football team for a while.
Colley works out a shotgun. 4 wideouts. Takes a snap, looks to throw. Up the seam, complete to Burks. Burks at the 5, touchdown Malvern.
Well, Burks hit a seam across there. Trace hits him in stride, and you know, those slants, Mike, there isn't much you can do about it. Either if you're a defensive, if you're a corner or safety, all you hope you can do is get in the right lane at the right time. But I want to tell you what, Trace hit Colley. Trace Colley hit Kalen Burks in stride, and with Burks' speed and Colley's speed on the ball, getting the ball there wasn't anything they could do about that.
The extra point is good, and the Leopards now lead 28-7. 11 minutes and 1 second to go in the first half.
I'm covering up my star player. He's just he's kicking PATs, and we'll be back after this.
Everybody wants to know, what is your favorite thing about Larry's Pizza in Malvern?
I don't know about you, but I like their fresh ingredients in their homemade pizzas.
Well, I like their all-you-can-eat buffets on Tuesday and Friday nights.
How many pepperonis are on one slice of pizza at Larry's?
About like 6 to 7.
Larry's Pizza in Malvern is open Tuesday through Sundays from 11 to 9 o'clock. Their buffets are on Tuesday and Friday nights at 5.
We want the Malvern Leopards to have a successful football season.
Go Leopards!
Torres set to get it away. It's a high, short kick. Goes out of bounds, and Torres missed his mark there, so the Eagles will get the ball at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, he missed it by about 8 or 10 yards, but it had everything else you wanted. Hang time high and going in the general direction. Nonetheless, well, they're going to
say it went out of bounds at 38.
38, so they're going to spot it at 38.
Or 37, somewhere in there.
Let's see what they do. Let's call it the 30s. They split it with it. That's a 37 and a half.
So the Eagles take over 1st and 10. Have shown at times to have a somewhat proficient offense. Trips left, split right. Perkins works out a shotgun as the back set up to his right. Takes a snap, give underneath the Leopards right there. The running back there looked like Thomas Lewis, looked like he hit a brick wall.
He did hit a brick wall in the person. If he'll turn around here, I'll give you that number here in just a second. Golly, looked like Jared Walker. Linebacker came in there and he was playing a little close, but boy, I tell you what, they hit him.
Bully gave Kidder credit over the PA.
Yeah,
so
could have been Kidder.
Sure, he was right there.
He was right there with him.
Perkins, swing pass, far side, tipped to the line of scrimmage, incomplete. And there were Leopards breaking all over, trying to get there.
Yeah, great pressure again by the Leopards. You know, and we talked earlier, they've had some success, and Mike, quite honestly, they'll have some success in the rest of the ball game. But this is something that Coach Freer and Coach Scarborough are willing to gamble on, and because they know this defense, you're going to give up some, but you're going to cause a lot of problems, interceptions, fumbles, and whatever, getting that much pressure on the quarterback, and I don't expect them to let up at all.
3rd down to 11. Perkins takes a snap, looks to his left. Pass is, wow, they're going to throw a flag.
Late flag. Once again, the referees are sitting over there in front of the visitors' bench, and I'm not so sure anyway. Late flag, really a late flag. If you're going to call interference, you got to call it early. They called no flag. I guess referee must have called him off.
No, they're going to mark this off.
What? Oh, goodness gracious. They are going to give it. Wow.
I don't know if you can hear the background noise, but The
I'll
penalty was highly disputed.
Highly disputed. It was awful.
Ball to 49 after the penalty. 49 to Malvern, that is. As Perkins takes a snap. Leopard show blitz. Pass down the far side, complete. And tackle made inside the Malvern 5-yard line. Again, Austin Sherman on the reception.
That was really, really a good ball thrown by Riley Perkins. Burks was right there and actually had broke in front of the receiver in front of Austin Sherman was there for the pick, but Riley Perkins put just enough heat on it to get it over Burks' head, and that's where the 6'2" comes in that really makes a lot of difference.
First and goal from the Malvern 4-yard line. Perkins stays in shotgun, takes a snap, looks to throw. Underneath, pass incomplete. Was looking this time for Corey McGonigal.
I'm just looking at Burks and Austin Sherman, number 24 for the Eagles. Sherman looks like he's got at least 2.5, maybe 3 inches more in height on that, and that's what made that play. The ball was just enough over Burks that Sherman could get to it, and good play by the Eagles. Got to give them their due on that one.
Second goal. Perkins takes a snap. Under pressure, gets it away. Complete. Touchdown, Eagles. Perkins, Ron, doing a good job maintaining his composure.
Yeah, that was Upshaw, Robert Paul Upshaw. Came back on a little hook pattern there, and Perkins did a good job of just laying it down there to where he could get it and nobody else could, and they come up with it. Nonetheless, it's a 28-13 ball game here with 9:35 left in the first half.
A lot of scoring so far in the first half. Good snap, good hold. The kick's away, and Perkins' extra point is good. So with 9:35 to go here in the first half, Leopards lead at 28-14. We'll be back in a moment. You're listening to Malvern Leopard football.
We've been here. We've been building, partnering, investing, and chasing dreams with you. Our heritage is one of sound advice and close relationships. We have been here through every season of life, and you can trust that we'll be here for 100 more. Come visit a while and see why at Farmers Bank and Trust, to us, your family.
And we're back at Claude Band. You know, Mike, once again, questionable calls have hurt the Leopards. They've hurt them all year long. That was on a questionable third and whatever interference call.
Third and 11.
Third and 11 that it resulted in a touchdown. But nonetheless,
onside kick going to be fielded at the 45 by Malvern. They were prepared this time, Ron.
Yeah, and the thing about it, I'm going back to the first game. You know, you go on the road, you kind of not expect to get any calls, but
not at Lakeside.
But the Leopards can't get a call at home, and I mean that's. And I know we're homers and we look at it but a different way, but you just look at the overall picture of everything, and the Leopards just haven't got any breaks on calls this year.
Colley working out a shotgun is good field position to work with as the Leopards have the ball at their own 45-yard line. 9:33 to go in the half. Going to give to Hernandez up the middle, and no running room there. He may have lost 2 yards.
You know, in the situation, I know the situation has been such a point that in 3 ball games, I know that film has been sent to the AAA.
Leopards come back to the line of scrimmage. Colley works out a shotgun. Signals to his wideouts. It is 2nd and 11 for the Leopards.
See what Plumley dialed up here.
Swing pass, far side, complete. Good game for the Leopards.
I believe that was Tidwell out there again.
And he did a great job of powering through a tackle and getting the first down.
Yeah, not only that, you know, Tidwell's one of these kids that's stuck with the program, played with the program, and you you really like to see seniors come up and have the success that he's having because, you know, Matt's been in there and put in a lot of hard work, and they've got a lot of confidence in him, and he's really showing why.
Colley again working out a shotgun. Now it's 3 wideouts to his left. Rolls that way. Throws towards the end zone. It's got Dickens out there.
Oh, Dickens got.
It is incomplete.
Hit him right in the hands. You've got to make that catch. Sorry, Dickens, you've got to make that catch. I mean, it was in stride to him all the way. Colley can't throw a better ball. I mean, that was hit him in full stride at about the 10, 11 yard line, and hit him right in the hands.
Brings up 2nd and 10 for the Leopards. I'm sure Keeter would be the first one to tell you he should have had that one.
Yeah.
Colley again working out a shotgun. Turns, gives Hernandez. Big running room up the middle. He's got the first down. He's down to the 30-yard line. And the Leopards.
So what do? You go back and do what you like to do and you do best. You run over Russell, Llewellyn, Keeney, Wyrick, and fight. So get up there, big guys, knock me a hole. We're coming through.
It is 1st and 10. Hernandez stays in the ball game, sets up to Colley's left. 4 wideouts. Swing pass far side. This time the Eagles have it covered well.
Yeah.
And I look, Ron, I like to see them protect the players, but I think Tidwell was going to power through that tackle.
Yeah.
They blew the whistle before the player went to the ground, and I understand.
Yeah, I believe that Coach Plumlee is convinced now that they've got that one figured out. So,
well, you're going to see the fake to that, and then you're going to see the out and up.
You bet. Yeah. You're going to see the fake to that and see somebody back behind them here for long.
2nd down and 13 for the Leopards. Line of scrimmage moved back now to the 33-yard line. Ball remains on the far hash mark. Colley takes the snap. Looked at the swing pass. Now he's going to run it. At the 30, 25, spins out, and he'll be dropped at the 25-yard line. Pickup of 8 for Colley, and he took a pretty good shot.
Yeah, I want to tell you something. He laid out a pretty good lick, too. Number 8's he did. Colley did a 360. When he came around, he smacked the defensive guy, and nice move by Trace.
Dylan Newkirk was a man that met him there, and he came up a little gimpy himself.
Yeah, and he's pointing. I think he's
may have a hamstring issue. He is asking to be replaced.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, if the Leopards can set it up, if he's covering anybody, that's who you want to go for.
That's where you want to go.
They give to Hernandez up the middle.
Ooh.
He gets nowhere. It'll bring up 4th down for the Leopards.
Well, 4th down at the 20.
About the 23, just outside the 23-yard line.
Okay, so evidently that must be just right outside of Torres's.
That would be about a 41-yard attempt.
Yeah, that's pretty close. Anyway, McCollum comes in, dots the I.
Receivers to either side. Nobody deep for the Eagles. Now they start to back a safety off.
They're going to take a timeout. Leopards want to talk this one over.
We'll take a break as well. 5:44 to go in the first half. Leopards lead 28-14. You're listening to Malvern Leopard football.
You finally decided to take the big step and buy a home. And at Malvern National Bank, we believe getting your home loan should be easy. Mortgage rates at Malvern National are still pretty low. And with certain mortgages, like a rural development loan, qualified buyers can get 100% financing. Now really, if you're going to take that big step, shouldn't the first step be an affordable mortgage at Malvern National? Malvern National Bank. Check us out. We're working hard to make your loan easy.
Back at Claude Mann Stadium, Mike Chance, Ron McNamara with you. Leopards leading 28-14, 5:44 to go in the first half. And the Leopards, Ron, facing a 4th down and 4. As they come back out onto the field, it's going to be the offense.
Yeah, brings McCollum back out and goes back in with Hernandez. So see what Coach Plumlee's got figured out on this one. The middle's wide open.
As Collie looks to the sideline. Now takes a snap, looking to throw. Over the middle. Pass is complete. It's a first down for the Leopards.
What? Yeah.
And who else would you go to?
Yeah, Money.
Kalen Burks caught that in traffic run.
That same route that they scored on. Colley's really got that one dialed in, and Burks is right there, and he threw it into. He threw it where only Burks could get it amongst double coverage. And like I said, the middle was open. I'm sure Colley saw it, and I'm sure the coaches saw it, and just run Burks across there.
First and 10 for Malvern. Ball at the 10-yard line. Just outside it. Give to McCollum, left side. Breaks a tackle down to the 1, maybe the 2-yard line.
McCollum gets there quick, I'm telling you.
Tackle made. They're going to spot that just inside the 2.
You know, I was looking here, and these interior linemen, you know, they're all underclassmen. We've got, looks like 3-4 juniors and a sophomore starting out there. And, I mean, these guys, Coach Darrell Baker's really done a good job with these guys. They've come a long ways.
Second down for the Leopards. Ball at the 2-yard line. Again to give to McCollum. McCollum powers towards the goal line. Was going to come up a little bit short. They'll spot this at the 1. And it will be third down. The Leopards, Ron, it looks like, can get a first by about a football outside the.
Well, they have to be pretty close to it. I mean, it has to be. I mean, I believe I'd call for a measurement on that one. Look where the stake is, just past the 1-yard line. The ball's inside the 1-yard line.
It's at least right at it. Of course, we're looking at it from an angle. Collie stays in shotgun, has McCollum, gives to McCollum. McCollum upended very near the goal line.
Yeah, that's got to be a 1st and 10.
Or a 1st and goal.
1st and goal. I mean, depending on the spot. Come on. Oh, my gosh.
Wow, they're going to spot that outside the 1 or right.
Good Lord. What a terrible spot. It's like the Malvern Leopards going to go with the bigs in there, put in some bigger guys. Leopards really got a bad spot on that one.
It's like they can go with Burks at quarterback in that big formation. 3.5 minutes to go in the first half. Leopards leading 28-14. And it will be Burks at quarterback. And it is the big formation for the Leopards. We've got a timeout on the field. The Eagles want to talk about it.
Wow.
We'll take a break as well. Leopards leading 28-14. You're listening to Malvern Leopard football.
We are going to have a look in Dr. Eford and Teal's office. Here is their friendly staff. Oh, look, it's the Leopard.
I'm pulling for the Leopards. We're going to drill the opponents.
For all your dental needs, call Eford and Teal DDS at 501-337-9559. No person or animal was harmed in the making of this commercial.
Go Leopards!
3:21 to go here in the first half. Leopards leading 28-14, and the Leopards facing fourth down in less than half a yard. As the ball spotted, it looks like just either right at or just inside the 1-yard line. The first down marker is about halfway between the 1 and the goal line. Nonetheless, Leopards look to get it in here. Burks working at quarterback. Takes a snap. He'll keep it. He goes towards the goal line. It is a no signal. Now we get a signal from the far side.
Good Lord, Burks' knees are at the... Anyway.
It is a touchdown, Malvern.
Yeah, nice job for the Leopards. They got their biggers in there, and they, on those, you know, and I think it has to do with experience and everything. We get into those situations, and Coach Plumlee likes to see Burks in there. Maybe a little, I know he's, there we go. Our PAT, we'll get that outstanding, our star player, and he's been busy tonight. Another PAT for Torres. Leopards lead this one 35-14, 3:16 left to go in the first half.
Everybody wants to know, what is your favorite thing about Larry's Pizza in Malvern?
I don't know about you, but I like their fresh ingredients in their homemade pizzas.
Well, I like their all-you-can-eat buffets on Tuesday and Friday nights.
How many pepperonis are on one slice of pizza at Larry's?
About like 6 to 7.
Larry's Pizza in Malvern is open Tuesday through Sundays from 11 to 9 o'clock. Their buffets are on Tuesday and Friday nights at 5. We want the Malvern Leopards to have a successful football season.
Go Leopards!
Back at Claude Mann Stadium, Mike Chance, Ron McNamara with you. Leopards leading 35-14, 3:18 to go in the first half, and Jesus Torres gets the kick away. High short kick fielded at the 27. Fair catch called for.
You know what we were talking about earlier, Mike and I have talked all along about when we get down those situations, we put the bigs in. We leave with our offensive line. We leave the same offensive line in there, but we run Burks in there, and we run a blocking back in front of him. So it's a tight formation. What we mean by our bigs is with the fullback in front of him, they'll put fight and some of the other kids in there in front of them, they'll have basically look like a stacked eye. And that's, so if you kind of wonder what we mean by the bigs, we don't mean the bigger linemen. It's the same offensive line that does an outstanding job. It's just the supporting cast that's in the backfield.
Riley Perkins works for Arkansas Baptist, fakes the give, throws underneath, pass complete. Tackle made at the 30-yard line. Pickup of 3 on the play to bring up 2nd and 7.
Yeah, a better job then of knowing where Austin Sherman is. And he took a slant across the middle and took a hit just about after he took a couple steps with it. Was able to pick up 2.5, 3 yards and brings up a second and 7.
Perkins again works out a shotgun. Takes a snap, drops straight back. Has some pressure, and he's going to be hit and dropped in the backfield. A flag comes in. You got to assume that's probably holding.
That's got to be probably more likely got to be a holding call. And, you know, the Leopards got him. It depends on where they put the spot on them. You know, this may be one you decline.
Oh, it's a legal block, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I think Coach Freer's saying decline that one. Because that would put them in 3rd and about 13, 14.
So the ball spotted at right around the 23-yard line. And it will bring up 3rd down. And we'll call it 15.
Yeah. Coach has brought Jared Walker over and said something to him, so and Jared's really done a good job tonight. Number 5 is a big old tall, lanky kid, wide receiver, playing almost exclusively at linebacker. Really doing a good job. Nice cover kid.
3rd and 15 as Perkins takes the snap, looks to throw far side along the far sideline, incomplete, and that'll bring up 4th down. And importantly, Ron, it stops the clock. With 2 minutes and 18 seconds to go in the half.
Yeah. Riley Perkins was trying to go back to, I believe, number 2, Robert Paul Upshaw, and on a go route in front of their bench and overthrew him, but he was well covered. Burke's back. Perkins back to punt.
Perkins gets the kick away. He kind of shanked that one, and it does take an Arkansas Baptist roll down to the Malvern 44-yard line. We'll be down there, and the Leopards will have 2 minutes and 7 seconds to try to put another score on the board.
I notice we've got a little change. Raylan Rose, number 61, is going in playing on this offensive line, the senior offensive lineman, big kid, and nice to rotate some of those offensive linemen. And with it, Raylan has to be the old man of the bunch. He's a senior out there amongst all these juniors and sophomores.
Got an official's timeout. Not sure what the referees are needing to meet about.
Well, it's another one of these situations. If we get some kind of a score, a touchdown, field goal, or something right here at the end of the second quarter into the first half and get the ball back in the third quarter, you know, it could be another one of those big swings, Mike.
And let's be up front. This is a game we'd like to see get into a mercy clock situation.
Yeah.
Ball to 44 of Malvern as Colley sets up.
That
And
cost them 5.
Eagles moved along the front. That'll give the Leopards 5 yards.
Yeah, big old 77. Tog Hickenbotham was wanting to get across that line of scrimmage, stop that Leopard, but he didn't wait for the right snap count. Nonetheless, cost the Eagles 5. Leopards come up first and 5, right just outside of the 50-yard line, on their own 49-yard line.
2 wide outs to either side. Colley turns, gives. Hernandez, he's tripped up for a loss.
Really nice. Jake Riddle, 10th grader, 6'3", 180 linebacker, really did a good job then of getting into
like
Hernandez's feet and broke in an open field tackle. They really did a good job of getting him down.
Like Burke's going to get a breather.
Timeout.
I don't know if we had an equipment issue or what, but the referee stopped play again. There was no timeout called.
Oh.
It's going to be 2nd and 7 for Malvern once we get this one back in play.
If they ever decide to start the clock, there it goes.
Hernandez sets up behind Colley. And he will get the carry off the left side, and he's tackled right around midfield. Pick up of a couple, bring up 3rd down and 4 for the Leopards.
Yeah, that was kind of a slow developing play out here from running from our right to our left with Hernandez and trying to get a little out on the corner. And there was an eagle there, big 3rd down here for the Leopards.
Colley takes a snap, rolls to his right, looking to throw. Pass is complete at the 40-yard line, down to the 35.
Elliott Costin did really a good job. He looked like Matt Tidwell out there. Did a 360, made the guy miss him, then the guy hit him, and he just powered on down for another 6-7 yards. Nice job, Elliott.
1st and 10 as Colley and the Leopards immediately back the line of scrimmage. Give off left side to Hernandez. He's wrestled down at the 30-yard line. Pick up a 5, and the Leopards will come right back to the line of scrimmage.
It's a good opportunity for the Leopards to run this 2-minute drill, and we got a couple of timeouts left, 46 seconds to go here.
Colley looking towards the end zone, looking for Bradford. Ball is picked off inside the 10-yard line.
Colley just didn't quite get it to him. Bradford had his man beat on his shoulder, but came up a little bit short, and that hurts. I mean, that's you got an opportunity there to get a few points here before halftime and throw a pick, but you learn from those.
The Leopard defense comes back out. 38 seconds to go here in the first half. Leopards leading 35-14.
You just can't fault Trace Colley for making. He just doesn't make that many bad throws. But that wasn't a bad throw. It was just wasn't quite long enough.
Give underneath, and Leopards make a tackle immediately around the 7-yard line, maybe the 8. So no gain.
I imagine that'll probably do it. Well, they'll have to get one more off.
Not necessarily. They can wait it out. We'll see what the Eagles decide to do here.
I think the Eagles just going to let the clock run out with 15, 13, 12 seconds left and go try to regroup at halftime. And Leopards are going to go into this one halftime with a 35-14 lead on Arkansas Baptist. We'll be back after this message. Once again, halftime, the Leopards lead this one 35-14 over Arkansas Baptist Eagles.
It's about the people.
If you're looking for a great opportunity and a real future, come to Sykes.
Join us at Sykes of Malvern, a career rooted in innovation and state-of-the-art technology, an employer that understands you're a person, an employer of real people that provides real solutions to clients and real solutions to its employees.
Our employees are the centerpiece of what we do for a living.
Working at Sykes is never boring. There's always a challenge, and there's something new every day.
The harder you work, the more money you make.
Sykes of Malvern, a real future.
For over 45 years, we've been serving great steaks at an unbeatable price at Western Sizzlin'.
Western Sizzlin'.
Grilled with our signature Gold Dust seasoning.
Western Sizzlin'.
Flame kissed to savory perfection.
It's flame sizzling hot. It's flame sizzling hot.
Carve in to a Western sizzling steak today.
Perkins does set up for the kick. Most of the Malvern players up near the line of scrimmage. High kick this time going to be fielded at the 30-yard line. 35, Burks over the 40 and will be stopped at the 45-yard line.
Kalen did a really good job of picking these holes there. He really wanted to get over here close to the Leopard side, and there's a pretty good-looking wall set up over here for him. It just couldn't get to it. Cut back up to the inside. Nonetheless, the Leopards got excellent field position at their own 45, 55 yards away from pay dirt.
You know, really, Ron, I can see why they'd want to go for the onside kick. That's about where the Leopards recovered the last onside try, as Eagles jump off sides prior to the snap.
Yeah, that'll bring up first and 5, and see what Coach Plumley's going to deal up now, because sometimes you can do something on 1st and 5 that you really wouldn't want to do on 1st and 10, second and 10. So
Leopards come to the line of scrimmage, ball at midfield. As we said just a moment ago, Leopards leading 35-14. Give up the middle, big running room for Hernandez, breaks a tackle at the 20-yard line. Still on his feet, finally brought down at the 5.
Well, that was one thing that they'd stopped in the first half, and I tell you what, I believe Coach Darrell Baker and Coach Terry Russell handle our line job. I believe they changed up their blocking just a little bit, and there's a hole there, and we thought Hernandez was going to take it all the way, but didn't quite get there. Nonetheless, that's going to put him up close to 100 yards for the ball game, because he had 53 or 54, I think. Yeah, had 50-some in the first half. So
big run there, about a 45-yarder. Going to give it to Hernandez again, trying to find the corner. Touchdown, Malvern.
Yeah, that was pretty quick and pretty easy. Two running plays, and the Eagles came out kind of flat, I guess. The Leopards came out like they were full of vim and vigor. Nonetheless, it's 41, fixing to be 42-14. ISO player.
Torres gets away. It is good, and the Leopards lead it 42-14. 11 and a half minutes to go in the third. You're listening to Malvern Leopard football.
Ideas drive business, and one thing a business owner doesn't want is a long, drawn-out loan process. In business, time is money, and at Malvern National Bank, we believe that making fast, local decisions cuts time and jumpstarts ventures. Every day, we lend money to companies that have good ideas and solid plans. The companies grow, and so does the local economy. So if you have an idea on how to build your business, come see us at Malvern National. Malvern National Bank. We're working hard to make your loan easy.
Back at Claude Mann, and Leopards leading this one 42-14 as they get set for the kickoff. Hernandez doing the heavy lifting on that drive, 50 yards of rushing. High short kick, fair catch called for at the 30.
That's where the Eagles will set up their first possession here in the third quarter. In the second half, we fully expect to see the football in the air, and hopefully the Leopards can get a 3 and out or something good. And we would like to, not to be greedy or to rub it in, but we would like to get another touchdown, get the 35 points, start the mercy clock, because with them throwing the ball the way it is, we could be here till midnight. Not literally midnight, but we could be here a while, couldn't we, Mike?
Absolutely. It's about what time we got in from Ashdown last week. 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Perkins sets up, takes a snap, looks to his left, throws underneath, pass incomplete. Leopards right there. They were looking for their all-star receiver, Austin Sherman. I call him an all-star. He is a star on this team.
He is a star, yeah. And then the ball was just a little bit low. Sherman couldn't quite go down to get it, and brings up a 2nd and 10.
Eagles come back to the line of scrimmage. Perkins has Lewis set up to his right. Going to give it, or fake the give, and Perkins keeps. He gets up over the 35, up to the 36-yard line. Pick up a 7 on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down and 3. or 2 rather.
Yeah, Perkins caught everybody kind of off guard there because he got inside of the rush and picked up 6-7 yards. Nonetheless, it's long 3rd and 2 here for the Eagles.
2 wideouts to either side.
Here comes the pressure.
Throw underneath, complete. And that's going to be a big gain for Arkansas Baptist. A great run down the sidelines.
Yeah, you got to do a better job of anyway. Nonetheless,
Corey McGonigal.
Yeah,
on the reception.
Some missed tackles by the Leopards on that one. Again, just like it was on the big run or the big play that Austin Sherman ran.
Ball just outside the 17-yard line of Malvern. 1st and 10. They wait for the chains to get set. Perkins takes a snap, throws underneath. Tackle made immediately.
Yeah.
Elliott
Costin had that one all the way. As a matter of fact, I believe they're going to lose. They gave him the line of scrimmage back, but Costin was all over that one. He was on that one like flies on honey.
2nd down 10. 3 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left for Perkins. He's looking to his left. Under pressure, gets it away. It's tipped. And, wow, it may have been caught at the 15.
I believe it was caught by the number 2, really. And that was just a fight for the ball. Ball was tipped up, and Robert Paul Upshaw would somehow come down with the ball. Nonetheless, it's still 3rd and about 7. Big 3rd down here. We're probably in 4-down territory, though, don't you reckon, Mike?
I would imagine. Perkins takes a snap, gives to Lewis underneath. He's hit and brought down at the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, well, we don't. They got the ball in the middle of the field. We don't know whether that's for No, they're going to go for it. Leopards need to go ahead and shut them out here. Find out where 24 and 2 are and go from there.
Perkins again works out of shotguns. 3 wideouts to his right. Has Upshaw set up to his left. Leopard show blitz. Pump, and Upshaw's going to catch it on the isolation on the far side.
Boy, we bid on that one.
Leopards tried to jump the route.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And Baptist gets on the board again. Makes it 42-20 as Perkins will set up for the extra point.
Cardinals leading the Dodgers 2-0. we got anyway. Another big play hurt the Leopards on that one.
Perkins sets up for the extra point. High snap. The holder does a good job of getting it down, and the kick is no good. It's through the timing off for Perkins, so the lead will remain 22. It is 42-20, 9:06 to go here in the 3rd quarter. You're listening to Malvern Leopard football.
We are going to have a look in Dr. Eford and Teal's office. Here is their friendly staff. Oh, look, it's the Leopard.
I'm pulling for the Leopards. We're going to drill the opponents.
For all your dental needs, call Eford and Teal DDS at 501-337-9559. No person or animal was harmed in the making of this commercial.
Go Leopards!
Back at Claude Mann, and the Leopards leading 42-20 as Arkansas Baptist scored on their last possession. Onside kick from Arkansas Baptist. The Leopards going to cover it at their own 49-yard line. Good job there. Looks, we'll wait and see. I believe that was Fight on the recovery. It is 1st and 10. Leopards get great field position again. Get to work with a short field. As they'll start at their own 49. Ball on the near hash mark. Twins to either side. Golly does a great job.
He really does.
And almost drew the Eagles off sides again.
I don't know what he's doing up there, but what he's doing, he's really good at it.
Turns, gives Hernandez up the middle. Hernandez drugged down as he gets into Arkansas Baptist territory. They'll spot him at the 40, we'll call it the 46, just shy of the 46. It is 2nd down and 6 for the Leopards. Hernandez stays at tailback. He'll line up behind Colley, and he'll get the carry. Hernandez, following his blockers, gets to the 40-yard line, and he's got the first down.
Yeah, nice job there.
And 8:29 to go here in the third. Leopards looking to extend their lead. McCollum in for Malvern at running back. And once again, Colley draws the defense off sides. Yeah, he's giving them a great hard count down there.
Yeah,
and that's about the third time tonight he's drawn the Eagles off sides.
He looked like he sticks his head in there and gives them a hard count, and he's done a lot of that. He's done a lot of that.
Ball in the near hash marks. Colley again works out a shotgun. The Eagles shuffle their defensive linemen. They give to McCollum off left tackle. McCollum does a great job of staying on his feet and powers his way to the 26.
Yeah, nice job there. McCollum had 2 chances to quit but wouldn't, and picks up a 1st and 10. And I'm not so sure that Coach Plumlee's just going to keep this on the ground as much as he can. Number one, it's going to run, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from them, and we're having success on the ground. Of course, with Coach Plumlee, you never know. He may throw one in the end zone right now.
Trips left, split right for the Leopards. Throw underneath, complete. Dickens down up near the 10-yard line. Okay. That'll be another first down.
Okay, so much for running the ball up the middle, right?
You're an outstanding prognosticator.
I'm just telling you what, that's one good thing that, we watched Fogelman keep everybody off balance last year, and I'm telling you what, J.D. Plumlee's in that same mold. They just don't know what to expect from him.
1st and goal from the 10-yard line. McCollum still in at running back. Sets up to Colley's left. Trips left, split right. Pitch near side. McCollum's got some blockers. McCollum at the end zone. Touchdown.
Nope.
No, they're going to call him out at the 2.
Wow. Well, now wait a minute.
I say he stepped out of bounds, I believe.
I guess he did. I thought maybe they got him on the outside of the pylon, but evidently he must have stepped outside. 2nd and goal. The Leopards had a little trouble down here the last time they got on inside the 5-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 2. McCollum's going to set up behind Colley. He's going to get the carry. Left side towards the end zone. Touchdown, Malvern. And the Leopards score again.
You know, what I really like about McCollum, and this is no knock on Hernandez at all, McCollum has the ability to get outside quicker. He's got a deke in and a deke out, and Hernandez has just got that. Monty's just so good up the middle. McCollum's good up the middle, and it's really nice to have McCollum come in, the sophomore, to come in, play that well. Give Hernandez he's a running back. He's getting hit. He's been beat on for 7 weeks now, and give him a little rest. And here we go.
We had a flag down on the play. I didn't see it until just now.
Maybe they'll tell us.
A long delay here.
Well, I guess they're going to go tell the Baptist coach, but not us. Baptist coach looks kind of like Coach Beelum over there, doesn't he? Got his white windbreaker on, big old guy.
Foul, personal foul against the Leopards.
That's going to be assessed on the kickoff. It was a personal foul against Malvern. Will be assessed on the kickoff. Jesus Torres, our isolated player of the game, on the kick. Jake Golden is the holder. Kick is away, and it is good.
Boy, you can hear that ball explode when Torres. We're clear up here. I don't know what, 35 feet, 20, 30 feet above, and in the middle of the field, you can hear it explode. Nonetheless, Leopards take the lead again, or keep the lead, 29-20. Looks like we're going to ambulance taking off. Hope it's not too serious, but anyway, holding it right here. 7:16 left in the third quarter, and the Eagles go down and score, Mike, and the Leopards come right back and answer back on nice, really good ground game on that one. We had a couple passes at a little flat pass out to Kedrick Dickens, and the rest of it was pretty much on the ground between Hernandez and McCollum. Cardinals scored again, so that's 4-0. Mikey and I are just kind of playing. We're not ignoring anything, but we're definitely watching our Cardinals. Big kick by our ISO player. Same place down the 30-yard line. Taken by number 10. Got a return on. Trying to get out to the outside. Picked up, about 5 or 6 yards.
Going to be brought down at the 41-yard line. That's where the Eagles will take over 1st and 10.
First down and 10 for the Eagles.
And Leopards leading this one, 49-20, 7-11 to go here in the third quarter. And it has been a score fest here so far tonight.
Up until last week, and I was watching, the Leopards were really up pretty high in the state and in the classification for scoring and defense, and they're padding that tonight. They're scoring offense.
Perkins looks to throw under pressure. Going to be hit and brought down back at the 20-yard line. We'll see where they give him forward progress.
That was a two-man rush, and boy, I tell you what, I believe that's Collier out there. Yeah, Collier just was not going to be denied, and this kid is really, really bringing the junior, coming off of that defensive. I'm going to call him a defensive tackle. They run a three-man front anyway. And there was only 2 men rushing, and they got them 2nd and 29. They're dangerous here, aren't they?
They've nearly scored from that kind of down and distance. Pass complete, or incomplete rather, up around the 30-yard line. They were looking for Ryan Felder. He can't come up with it. It leaves the Eagles with 3rd and 29.
Coach Carver was talking about Quincy. Number 60, Quincy Carter, in the coach's show about his work ethic, all he's put into it, all he's done and everything. And nice thing about this kid, he's got a little more growing to do, and he's only a junior. Got a great motor.
Perkins takes a snap, looks to throw, throws over the middle, incomplete. Would have been well shy of the first down marker. He was again looking for Austin Sherman. That'll bring up 4th and forever for Arkansas Baptist.
Yeah, nice stand there by the defense, and I got to give a lot of credit on that one to Collier. I was watching him, and he took the defensive tackle right back into the pass play, and just with a bull rush.
So Perkins in to punt. Kalen deep for Malvern. And he will not get a chance to return this one. It bounds at about the 47 and is down there.
Boy, the Leopards had the block on that one, just couldn't quite get it. Pulled up not to rough the punter, and really did a good job.
Leopards take over the 6:12 mark here in the third quarter, leading 49-20.
Coach Freer's out on the field a little ways. Welcome that defensive bunch in for a great job, great stop.
Golly again works out a shotgun, as he has all night. Twins to either side. Going to give to Hernandez. Cuts to the right. Hernandez stays on his feet down the right sideline. Going to be brought down at the 32-yard line.
Mike, I think what we're seeing now in the second series here, deep into the third quarter, I really, like we talked at halftime and start, I really think we're seeing the size and this athletic ability lean on the numbers over at Arkansas Baptist. They've got some good kids, some good skilled kids, but they've been on the field a long time. And when you got 240, 260 pounds leaning on you every other play, it gets a little tough.
Collie talks with his running back. That's McCollum in there. And he'll get the carry up the middle. McCollum drugged down as he crosses the 30 down to about the 27-yard line. Pick up a 5 on the play. Looked like it was Ron almost a face mask there.
Yeah, they face mask, collar or something, because he kind of brought him down backwards over it. But anyway, nonetheless, he picked up 5 yards.
Leopards come back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 5. McCollum does not get the ball. And Collie going to keep it. Collie run out of bounds up near the 20-yard line. That, depending on the spot, should be a first down.
Collie, that's the second time we've seen Collie do that little 360. So he's seen something picked up there he liked, and looks like he got us a 1st and 10. I don't believe that was option. Are they going to measure? What are they going to do?
It's going to be very close.
Good. Timeout for a measurement.
Did this our old compatriot Gibbs? This drove him crazy as well. Yeah, they pick the ball up off the sideline. They move it out to the hash mark.
Nobody gets on that. I don't understand.
And now they take it back to the sideline so that they can bring the chains in.
Yeah, most of the time they take it out to the hash mark and they measure it from there. So that's just.
Well, I mean, if they were going to measure, they should have measured.
Same thing. I mean, it's measured from there.
Should have never moved the ball to start with.
No.
It is a first down after the measurement.
Funny, except for a couple of horse manure calls, this crew hasn't been real bad. We've seen a lot worse.
Oh, absolutely. There was a couple that were highly questionable,
but the game's not over yet either.
They still got time, right? Leopards come to the line of scrimmage. Collie gives right side. Hernandez has the first down and plenty more. He'll get up to the 12-yard line. Or I say the first down. He'll get very near the first down.
Well, one of the keys to victory, Coach Scarborough said, was 200 yards rushing, and I know the Leopards were well over that. Probably getting closer to 300 yards with all the carries.
It'll be 2nd down and a yard for Malvern. Clock continues to roll. 4:30 to go here in this 3rd quarter. Leopards leading 49-20.
Well, they jumped that time, and they didn't penalize them.
Leopards shift the offense slightly. Give to Hernandez. Hernandez brought down in the backfield. He'll lose a yard.
Yeah, nice open right tackle there, but number 54, Elliott Hickman, got him by the ankles. And like I've always said, those good running backs, you get their ankles together and they're not going to go anywhere.
Bo Gray coming into the ball game for Malvern on the O-line. Two receivers to either side. Leopards facing 3rd down. Looks like in about 2 yards. Hernandez still in at running back. Sets up to Colley's right. He'll get the carry. Gets away from one tackler, but the Eagles do a great job of regrouping.
The Leopards went to the well once too often on that. They ran 3 plays right there into the same area, and they've lost yardage on it. So see what Coach Plumlee's got planned for them now.
A field goal unit going to come on for the Leopards.
Well, there went the 30. There went the mercy clock. We were hoping for a touchdown because that would have stopped the mercy clock. Started the mercy clock here, and we'd have gone through this 4th quarter pretty quick.
So our isolated player of the game, Jesus Torres, on to kick. This one's going to be spotted at the 24. It'll make it a 34-yard attempt. The kick is away. Hooked it a little bit, and it is no good.
Had plenty of distance, just put a little hook on. Leopards didn't come away with anything there, and wish they could have. Nonetheless, Eagles have got a long way to go.
Ball's going to be spotted about the, well, we'll wait and see where they're going to put it at the 20-yard line. Eagles come to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers to either side for Perkins. Brings a man in motion. Fakes to give. Throws. Far side. Passes. Incomplete. Almost picked off.
I tell you what.
Kedrick Dickens like to have gotten there.
Yeah, Dickens had his eye on that one and got his hands on it and just didn't quite get everything put together, or he had 6 on that one.
Yeah, there was nothing between him and the end zone if he comes up with that one. Perkins takes a snap, looks to his right, throws near side. Pass is incomplete at the 26-yard line.
Well, the Leopards are just all over him. And then once again, talking about Elliott Costin. Costin's right there, and Gil was right there with him, got his hands in and got the ball knocked loose. And once again, good job, Elliott. Cardinals still leading 4-0. We're in the 4th.
You're in the 4th. Top of the 4th.
Top of the 4th.
What did we do without cell phones?
I don't know. We called it just.
Twins to either side as the Eagles come back to the line of scrimmage. Perkins looks to his right, fakes the throw, now under pressure. Escapes one man, rolls, and then throws short. Was looking for McGonigal again.
he got rolled up out there just as he got rid of it. Matt Kidder rolled him up, and Perkins is going to be forced to kick again. 4th and 10, and Eagles got absolutely nothing on that series. Didn't run much time off the clock either, did they, Mike?
No, they didn't. 2:32 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
I smell barbecue again. Where's that coming from?
Well, I don't know, but
they're making us
I'd
hungry.
like to follow that scent. Perkins.
Oh.
Low kick and takes a great roll. Burks thought about picking it up. There was a tackler for Arkansas Baptist very near.
Yeah.
And if he'd made that one guy miss, Rod, he probably had about 20 yards.
He had a long way to go. It's one of those low soccer Australian soccer style kickers. But anyway, nonetheless, Leopards get the ball back in really good field position, just inside their own 41-yard line with 2:23 left there, leading this one 49-20 in an important. All conference games are important now. Leopards wanting to go 4-0.
3 wideouts to the left side for Colley. That is the short side of the field. One man split out to the right. Colley takes a snap, fakes the throw, looking down the near sideline. He's got a man, that is Costin. Costin at the 20.
Wow.
Then, touchdown, Malvern.
I don't know whether Elliott was scared or he has that much speed. Elliott looked at him, hit another gear at about the 20-yard line and just pulled away from him. Another one of those little out patterns that Elliott caught in stride and really did a good job. He hit another gear right there at about, the 17, 18-yard line, Mike?
Absolutely.
He looked over and saw a safety coming over on him, and boom, he was gone.
Torres on to kick the extra point. The kick is away, and it is good. The Leopards now lead it 56-20. 2 minutes, 12 seconds to go here in the 3rd. You're listening to Malvern Leopard football.
Everybody wants to know, what is your favorite thing about Larry's Pizza in Malvern?
I don't know about you, but I like their fresh ingredients in their homemade pizzas.
Well, I like their all-you-can-eat buffets on Tuesday and Friday nights.
How many pepperonis are on one slice of pizza at Larry's?
About like 6 to 7.
Larry's Pizza in Malvern is open Tuesday through Sundays from 11 to 9 o'clock. Their buffets are on Tuesday and Friday nights at 5. We want the Malvern Leopards to have a successful football season.
Go Leopards!
We return to Claude Mann Stadium. Leopards leading 56-20, and the mercy rule will start now as the kick is away.
Catch. Yeah. He can't move it, I was going to say. 4 made it. Well, I'm telling you, the Leopards are fired up, and that does not bode well for Arkansas Baptist.
I tell you what, Ron, we got a chance last year to talk with a bunch of the folks at Arkansas Baptist, they're kind of a victim of this multiplier rule.
Yeah, they're like bauxite, but they're just someplace they shouldn't be. I'm sorry, but they're just not. They don't have enough students, but they're right there on the bubble, and unfortunately they're on the wrong side of the bubble.
Perkins in, takes a snap, fakes the give. He's going to get hammered at around the 18-yard line. Loss of about 5 on the play, maybe 4. But whereas, and I'll just say it like it is, some of these private schools recruit well. Arkansas Baptist doesn't do that, and yet they pay the price with the multiplier penalty and have to compete up.
Yeah, and quite honestly, I'm just telling you, Arkansas Baptist and Bauxite be really, really good 3A schools, and that's where they belong. Not taking anything away from anybody, but that's just the truth of the matter.
Swing pass to the far side, complete to Lewis, and he picks up a yard, maybe 2 on the play. We're going to bring up 3rd down and 3rd and 10. Clock continues to roll. Inside a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. 56-20, Malvern leads. Trips right, split left for the Eagles. Perkins
there goes Collier again. Oh!
Almost picked off along the far sideline. The Leopards had that one covered well.
I believe that was KJ Felder over the number. I can't.
No, that was.
Oh no, I'm sorry. That was Kedrick.
Kedrick Dickens along the far sideline. It is 4th down, and Arkansas Baptist set to get the punt away. Nice punt, angled towards the sideline, trying to keep the ball away from Burks, and it goes out of bounds. Right around the 45 of Malvern, the 3rd quarter has come to a close. Leopards lead this one 56-20. You're listening to Malvern Leopard football.
For 45 years, we've been serving great steaks at an unbeatable price at Western Sizzlin'.
Western Sizzlin'.
Grilled with our signature Gold Dust seasoning.
Western Sizzlin'.
Flame kissed to savory perfection.
It's flame kiss sizzling hot. It's flame kiss sizzling hot.
Carve in to a Western Sizzlin' steak today.
It's flame kiss sizzling hot.
You finally decided to take the big step and buy a home. And at Malvern National Bank, we believe getting your home loan should be easy. Mortgage rates at Malvern National are still pretty low. And with certain mortgages, like a rural development loan, qualified buyers can get 100% financing. Now really, if you're going to take that big step, shouldn't the first step be an affordable mortgage at Malvern National? Malvern National Bank. Check us out. We're working hard to make your loan easy.
Back at Claude Mann Stadium, 4th quarter set to get underway. Leopards leading 56-20. Malvern has the football just inside their own 45-yard line. After the punt from Arkansas Baptist.
Side judge has called to Claude stop the clock. This clock hadn't started, but
Oh, they've got the chain set up the wrong way.
Oh, okay.
It was 1st and an inch.
Yeah.
Now it's 1st and 10. Collie stays a quarterback, turns, gives. Column. Flag comes in. They're going to probably call holding, I'm guessing, from where the flag was thrown. He had a great gain up to about the 45 of Arkansas Baptist, but that's going to be negated.
Nonetheless, the longer this does, the more time this takes off the clock.
Flag thrown at the 47-yard line, so that'll move the Leopards back to their 37 or 36.
Call that the 36. 1st and 10, Leopards got to make it in 3/8, and they got it.
First down and about 19 for the Leopards. Eagles showing blitz. Collie takes a snap, looking to throw. And the throws it into the ground. Malvern coach is not happy with the execution on that play. I believe that was supposed to have been a screen to McCollum.
Yeah, it was supposed to been a screen, and don't know exactly what went wrong, but nonetheless.
Coming into the game is Blake Abbott.
Blake Abbott comes in at running back.
May see some Leopard future stars making an appearance this evening.
Oh,
snap goes over Colley's head, and Arkansas Baptist all over it, but I believe Abbott came up with it.
Yeah.
Great job by Abbott.
Not a good series there for the Leopard offense. Don't know what the problem was with the sputter and everything, but not a good series. I know Coach Plumlee's not going to be real happy with that, but you know, you're up 36, and you know, these are high school kids, and sometimes it. I'm sorry, it's third down. Okay.
Yeah, it's third down. They got another shot here.
Okay, take another minute or so off the clock.
The problem is it's third down and
half the
about
field.
30. Give. And Leopard's trying to get along the far sideline.
I tell you what.
Derek Womack
was scooting around there. Nice run.
He picked up about 20 of the 30. Leopard is still going to be about 10 yards shy of the first, and they bring the punt team in. 9:20 to go in the ball game. Leopards leading 56-20. And Jake Golden set to kick for Malvern. Fields the snap, gets the kick away.
Oh, nice kick. That's the best one Jake hit tonight. Yeah,
Fielded at the 20-yard line.
Nice coverage by the Leopards, but really nice hang time, and Jake really got a good leg into that one. Fielded down there by Ryan Fielder, and he didn't have any place to go, couldn't do anything because there was Leopards all over him. In a continued running clock here with 8 minutes and 35 seconds left in this ball game, the Leopards are wanting to wrap this one up with a 56-20 lead and get ready for CAC next week and stay tied atop the conference with the Arkadelphia Badgers.
Would love to update you on some scores. It looks like the Fearless Friday side is down, so I can't give you any idea of what's going on within the conference.
We'd sure like to have somebody upset those Badgers.
Pass complete at the 23-yard line. On the reception is Robert Paul Upshaw. And seeing some new faces out there for the Leopards.
Yeah, I got some new clean jerseys out there.
Well, they're kind of all clean now that we've got the
Zach
turf.
Fields got the turf, yeah.
Whoever's doing the laundry these days, I think their biggest job is just trying to get those little rubber pellets out.
I noticed, too, that Amari Reed, sophomore's back into defensive back.
Perkins throws, far side, pass incomplete.
New quarterback, left-handed quarterback is Rory
McGonigal.
Yeah, however that. Yeah.
It will be 3rd and 7.
Clock moving at 7 minutes left in this one, and Mercy clock sure makes these quicker. I know it's not any fun on the other side of it, Mike, because we've been there. We went through it for years, and there's nothing that.
Wow, great throw.
Yeah.
By McGonigal. The Arkansas Baptist gets the first down up around midfield.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, he threw, I'm guessing, to his brother, Chad McGonigal.
I bet that's his brother. He's cut. You got to know they're related.
So Corey McGonigal.
Corey is a 5'10", 145-pound 10th grader, left-hander.
Got a decent arm, looks like.
Yeah, got a good arm, yeah. No, whoops, no illegal procedure. I'm assuming after the play. Nonetheless, clock's still running, and I smell that barbecue again. Somebody's driving us crazy. I mean, it smells like great barbecue. Where's that smell coming from, Steve?
Just inside of 6 minutes to go in this ball game.
We like it. We can talk to Steve Laverne, but he can't talk back to us.
McGonigal looks to throw. Far sideline. He's got a man out there at the 30. And another great game for Arkansas Baptist down to the 19-yard line for Malvern. Again, they're competing, I guess, against most of our twos. Of course, they've got a lot of twos out there as well.
They got a lot of twos out there as well. 24, 2, and 4, and 11 aren't twos, though. Their guns are still out there.
Well, when you got 27 players, there's only so many substitutions you can make.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
McGonigal feels a high snap, gives underneath, tackle made immediately. No gain on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You know, I was thinking earlier, too, about, we made a big deal about, the coaching staff did, about being the homecoming pick for Ashdown. My friend, how many years were we everybody's hometown Big B?
Oh, wow, yeah.
I mean, we saw more. Listen, there was a 4 or 5 year period that we saw more homecomings than anybody in the state, because everywhere we went, we were their homecoming ball game.
McGonigal looks.
Broken.
Got a man in touchdown.
Yeah. Broken coverage on that. That was
Austin
really
Sherman.
Nice. Yeah, Sherman catches. I think that's his 2nd touchdown anyway.
So Austin Sherman for the Arkansas Baptist touchdown.
They'll set up for the extra point, I assume. Well, maybe not. Well, here comes Perkins out now.
Well, those were the lean years, and we're glad they're behind us, aren't we, Mike?
Oh, absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. The kick is away.
Wow. I want to tell you something.
That's McGonigal that fielded that.
I'm telling you what, McGonigal really numbered the backup quarterback that just threw the touchdown pass to Austin Sherman. That looked like a wounded duck coming back there from the center for the PAT. He grabbed the ball, got it down, and really made it available for Riley Perkins to kick the PAT and make this a 56-27 ball game.
Leopards come out and they're set up for
onside kick, I'm sure.
Oh, absolutely. Four and a half minutes, just under 4.5 minutes to go in this ball game. And it's, I say it's the twos against the twos. Like we were just saying, Ron, with the number of players they have, there's only so many substitutions Baptist can make. They do get the onside kick away. It's covered at the 49 of Malvern.
Nice job there. Number 35, Derek Warmack, that came in and ran a little bit of tailback on that last series, comes in and we're fixing to start probably the last possession for the Leopards. If they can get a 1st and 10 or 2. Get one 1st and 10.
Still got Conley at quarterback.
It's like, I don't know who Colley's backup is unless it's Burks.
And they're kind of 1 and 1A. Give in round for the Leopards. Over the 40, down to the 35-yard line.
Looked like Amari Reed. Yeah, number 24, Amari Reed, really did a good job of getting around there, getting the corner turned. And
that's a sophomore for the Leopards, getting some valuable experience. Ball in the near hash mark. Colley takes a snap, gives to Abbott. He's wrapped up immediately. No place to go there.
Yeah, Blake didn't have any place to go. As soon as he got the ball, there was an eagle right there with him, and did a good job, just held on, take your lumps, and try to get it back on this series.
Lost back to the 41-yard line on that play. They'll bring up 2nd and 15. Right at 3 minutes to go. Golly brings the man around. Gives to Amari again. Big gain up near the 30-yard line.
Boy, gosh, I thought we had, looked to me like a horse collar over there, but I believe that's Derek Womack.
Oh, Womack, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Womack got grabbed around the neck, and I guess they didn't get anything else over there at right at the 30-yard line.
2.5 minutes to go now. Leopards facing 3rd down and 4. Ball at the 30-yard line of Arkansas Baptist. Colley brings a man in motion again. Another end around. And gain up to the 25. That should be enough for the first.
That was Amari. That should about do it for the ball game. We're inside of 2 minutes now. Our Leopards have 1st and 10 at the 25. I'm not saying they're going to set on the ball because, listen, you know, these future stars, and I love that term, instead of the future stars is really, I love that. We'll use that from now on. These future stars for the Leopards need all the game experience that they get. And this is a big-time game experience for them. There's some good, hard, nice job in there with Abbott. Blake got a little bit finally had a little bit of room and was able to pick up, looked like about 3.5 yards, and didn't run into that wall of white the last couple times he's seen the ball.
Under a minute and a half to go. And Leopards are going to work the clock. They'll snap this with just over a minute to go in the ball game. And it looks like they're going to go into the victory formation. Possibly, yeah, here we go. Abbott sets up well behind Colley. He'll kneel down back at the 28-yard line.
So it depends on how fast they set the clock here. 9:16, we're getting out of here early, Mikey. Don't have a long road trip home. The Leopards moved to 4-0 in the conference. That makes us, what, 6-1. Nice, really, you know, the Leopards kind of feel like we gave one away to Lakeside, but it was quite honestly, it was a learning experience. And as Mark Roberts and I were talking, and because Coach Scarborough and I have talked, this is not a work in progress anymore. This is just a football team that's growing up. These sophomores are growing up. These juniors are now seniors, quite honestly, and these sophomores are playing like juniors. And we're going to wrap this one up. Leopards going to win this one 56-27